Good morning, students. I am here, Miss Tanya. Yesterday I have explained you till line number 46. So now I am going to teach from line number 48 to 80 of Act 1, Scene 3. Here you will see Shylock and these two characters, what you can see here, Antonio and Bassanio. Antonio and Bassanio, they are talking to each other, I told you in the previous scene, and Shylock was talking to himself that what kind of person Antonio is. Now, afterward, when Shylock was talking to himself, seeing Antonio and his ancient grudge came out, then Bassanio says, after this, Bassanio says, Shylock, do you hear? And Shylock says, I am debating of my present store. He told Shylock, do you hear me? Shylock said, yes, I am calculating how much cash I have at present. Actually, he was not doing so, he was just looking at Antonio and his ancient grudge was arising. But he said, I am calculating how much cash I have at present, and by the near guess of my memory, I cannot instantly raise up the gross. And said, according to my memory, I cannot immediately raise the full sum of 3,000 ducats. What of that? He said, I cannot raise up the full 3,000 ducats. What of that? Tubal, a wealthy Hebrew of my tribe, will furnish me. But soft, how many months do you desire? But he said, that does not matter. There is a wealthy Jew, one of my tribe, my friend Tubal. His name is Tubal. He will lend the money to me. But wait, and tell me how many months do you want it? Then he told to Antonio, greetings, rest you fair, good Seigneur, your worship was the last man in our mouth. Antonio says, greeting, my good sir. He is telling to Antonio, my good sir, greetings to you. You have just been the subject of our conversation. He said, just Bassanio and me, we both were just talking about you. Antonio said, Shylock, although I neither lend nor borrow by taking nor by giving of excess, yet to supply the right wants of my friend, I will break a custom, is he yet possessed how much ye would. Antonio said, Shylock, I neither lend nor borrow, taking another man's spare money nor giving my own to anyone. He said, I won't lend and not even borrow, won't even give to anyone anything else, yet to supply the right wants of my friend. He said, however, in order to meet the necessary need or the immediate need of my friend here, how much I will break a custom, is he yet possessed how much ye would. He said, because of that, because of my friend's need, who is the friend? Bassanio. Because of his need, I am here breaking my habit and I have come to ask for the money. Shylock, AA 3,000 ducats. Then Antonio told Shylock. Then Shylock says, yes, you want 3,000 ducats. Then Antonio says, and for 3 months. He said, yes, I want 3,000 ducats and for 3 months. Shylock, I had forgot 3 months you told me so. Now these lines of Shylock, it will be very clear to you that he is knowing everything, but still he wants to irritate Antonio, and at the same time he is like in a way, in a playful way, to like in a, he wants just to criticize him in a sarcastic way, saying, oh, you have come to me. Means Shylock is actually the villain. He hates Antonio, he hates Christian, and he is saying, now you Christian, you have come to me for the money. So that is why he is going around like that and saying, oh, I had forgot 3 months, you told me so. Well, then you're born and let me see, but here you me thought you said you neither lend nor borrow upon advantage. Shylock said, okay, it was 3 months, I forgot about that, and you told me so well, then you're born. Let me see, but listen to my words. He said, listen to my words. It seemed to me that you mentioned that you neither lend nor borrow on interest. He said, I felt like you said like you neither lend nor borrow at any interest. Then Antonio says, I do never use it. He said, yes, I never do so. I never lend nor borrow. Then Shylock said, now here Shylock is giving an example from the Bible. That is of Jacob and his father Isaac, And what was the situation that arose? That is a parable. Parable means the story given in the Bible about Jacob. So Shylock is putting up that story because Antonio is Christian. He want to prove it that this way you Christians are. And I will just explain you the story after this extract, and I have given you notes also for that. Shylock said, when Jacob grazed his uncle Laban's sheep, that this Jacob from our holy Abraham was, as his wife's mother wrought in his behalf, the third processor, he was the third. Now Shylock said, when our prophet Jacob descended from our holy Abraham and grazed his uncle Laban's sheep. He went to his uncle Laban's sheep. His clever mother planned on his behalf so that he became the third successor to the family property. And yes, he was the third. He said his mother played the tactful trick when he went to his uncle Laban's sheep. Now here, first of all, you should know who is Abraham, holy Abraham, or you can say Father Abraham. Abraham actually was the founder of Jewish race, and Isaac was his son. Abraham's son name was Isaac, and Jacob was the grandson of, means Abraham's son Isaac, Isaac's son Jacob. So 3 generations. So he was the third here, means third generation. First father Abraham, Abraham's son Isaac, Isaac's son Jacob. Okay, and this Jacob was the third in the line of the heir. As I told you, the third generation. The first one being Abraham and second Isaac, Jacob should not have been the heir since he was younger than his brother Esau. And Isaac had 2 sons, Jacob and Esau. Okay, and actually Jacob should not be the third successor. Why? Because he had an elder brother. So according to the law, the elder brother should be the heir after that, means after the father. But Jacob's mother played a trick to have Jacob made Isaac's heir, because the Jacob was actually the stepson of Isaac. Isaac already married. In that marriage, he had one son, Esau. Then his wife died. Then he married to another lady, and she delivered the son named Jacob. So she was very clever, and she never wanted the first son, that is Esau, to be the heir of the family, or to become to get all the blessing of his father. So that is why by the trick she made Jacob to get the blessing from his father Isaac. So Antonio says, and what of him? Did he take interest? Now Antonio is saying, why you are telling this? Any kind of interest was there? Shylock: no, not take interest, not as you would say, directly interest. Mark what Jacob did. Now Shylock said, no, he did not as you understand the meaning of word today, which means direct interest. Means he did not take the direct interest, but indirectly. When Laban and himself were compromised that all the earlings which were streaked and peed should fall as Jacob's hire, the ease being rank in the end of autumn turned to the rams. He said, but note what Jacob did to Laban. He said what he did to Laban. He had agreed that all the newborn lambs that were striped or spotted should be Jacob's share as the payment for his services. His uncle Laban said, according to that, his uncle said, now see what happened. This reference is from the Bible where Jacob went to serve his uncle Laban. Okay, you will understand now this way. He went to serve his uncle Laban. An agreement was made between Jacob and Laban that the former should receive, means Jacob should receive for his service the lambs which were born with the spots or stripes. And during the breeding season was there, Jacob placed wooden rods on the ground. What he did? Wooden rods he kept on the ground so that the shadows of the rod should fall on the sheep. So when the sheep will be there, the rod shadows will fall. By this means, Jacob said to have influenced the sheep so much that almost all the lambs were born spotted or stripped. That much Jacob has influenced the sheep with that rod. So the lambs which were born, they were all spotted and they were striped. And thus they became the property of Jacob. As Uncle Laban said, the sheep which will be having the spot and the stripe will be your property. And if when Jacob get lot of sheep, then what will happen? He can put them for graze, and he can get he could become wealthy. So this way Jacob played the trick. So this example only Shylock is saying that here he says that was the way to become rich. He said, in the end of autumn turned to the rams, and when the work of generation was between these woolly breeders in the act, the skillful shepherd peeled me certain wants. He said, so this way, that was the way to become rich, and he was blessed in doing so. And he did it. All profit a blessing if men do not steal it from others. He said, whatever the profit, whatever the thing you get, it's a kind of blessing. He stuck the mud before the fulsome eaves, who then conceiving did in earning time fall party colored lambs, and those were Jacob's. This was a way to thrive, and he was blessed, and thrift is blessing if men steal it not. He said this way he played it. He played the trick when his uncle said that you will get all the spotted and striped sheeps will be yours. So he did that. He placed the wooden rods, and when the lambs were delivered, they were spotted and striped. He did it. And according to Shylock, he said all profit is a blessing if men do not steal it from others. He said if you are not doing any kind of stealing, anything, whatever you do, then it's a blessing. So Shylock just uttered from the scripture. He just noted the things from the scripture, and in his way he has manipulated it. Like if you are reading a holy book and the thing what the real meaning, and you just interpret in a different way, that was done by Shylock. This thing was just a work of God. As in the Bible given, it is just a work of God that he wanted to, through the story, he wanted to tell the people that see what kind of people are there. And nothing was done purposely. It was all done through God. But here Shylock means to say that if I am taking interest, or if I am doing so, I am not stealing anything. I am just doing it, and it's a kind of blessing for me. Okay, now see, I have given you the notes. Abraham, who was the founder of Jewish race, Isaac was his son, and Jacob was the grandson of Abraham. This all you have to write in your copy. Jacob was third in the line of heirs to family estate, the first one being Abraham, second Isaac. Jacob should not have been the heir since he was younger than his brother Esau. But Jacob's mother played a trick to have Jacob made Isaac's heir. Jacob should not be, but his mother played the trick. And second, it is a reference from the Bible that Jacob, son of Isaac, went to serve under his uncle Laban. An agreement was made between Jacob and Laban that the former should receive for his services the lambs which were born with spots or stripes. During the breeding season, Jacob placed wooden rods on the ground so that the shadows of the rods should fall on the sheep. By this means, Jacob said to have influenced the sheep so much that almost all the lambs were born spotted or striped, and thus they became the property of Jacob. Now this is the note. This is the same, you can say, what the last extract, what Shylock said, what I explained you just, same that extract, that is in short it is given here, that actually what he wanted to say about Jacob. Okay, so these are the notes. So you must write in your copies. I hope you understood this all things. Thank you.